Bankruptcy. It's a scary word. However, as daunting as it may seem, getting to grips with the consequences of declaring bankruptcy is incredibly important if you want to gain control of your financial situation. So in this video, we'll break down everything you need to know about bankruptcy, including its consequences, the application process, and the alternatives. Now, the first question that you probably have on your mind is, what exactly is bankruptcy? Simply put, it is a legal option for individuals who cannot pay their debts. It's important to know that this only applies to individuals, not companies or partnerships. Going bankrupt means that you won't be liable for the majority of your debts. However, this is subject to some pretty big exceptions, such as student loans and child maintenance arrears. But what will happen to your assets? If you have any, they'll be reviewed to see if they can be used to pay off your debts. You might be able to keep some if you need them for work, but others could be shared among your creditors, the people to whom you owe money. Now, how do you actually go bankrupt? Well, there are 3 ways. You can declare yourself bankrupt if you can't pay your debts. Your creditors can apply to make you bankrupt if you owe them £5,000 or more. An insolvency practitioner can make you bankrupt if you've broken the terms of an individual voluntary arrangement. However, declaring bankruptcy also comes with an application fee of £680, which must be paid in full before your application can be submitted. If that sounds like a lot, don't panic. You can pay in installments, and there's help available if you're struggling. Just contact the Insolvency Inquiry Line for support. Now, let's take a look at the consequences of declaring bankruptcy, as it's not a decision to take lightly. Bankruptcy can affect your finances, your credit rating, your assets, your employment, your emotional well-being. It stays on your credit file for 6 years, making it harder to get credit during this time. You might have to sell valuable possessions or even your home. Some professions don't allow bankrupt individuals to practice. And that's not to mention how emotionally draining it can be. Going bankrupt also brings some new responsibilities. You'll need to cooperate with the official receiver, provide details of your income and outgoings, hand over your bank cards, declare any new assets or income. There are also some things you can't do during bankruptcy, like borrowing more than £500 without telling the lender you're bankrupt, or acting as a director of a company without court permission. Breaking these rules is a criminal offense, so following them carefully is crucial. It's also important to remember that there are alternatives to declaring bankruptcy. These include debt relief orders, individual voluntary arrangements, and debt management plans. It's always worth exploring all your options. Ultimately, declaring bankruptcy is a major decision with incredibly significant, long-lasting consequences. It's therefore crucial to understand these consequences before you proceed. It's also important to seek professional advice in order to give yourself the best chance of improving your financial situation in the long term. And before we end, bear this in mind. Whatever your financial situation, there's always a way forward. For more financial information, make sure to check out the Afforda website.